Hey, I'm Kev Mr. Welcome back to Ride 3, where we won't talk about the last episode, as we had a blast from the 80s on board the Japanese two-stroke bikes. As we had a good first race, then it went a bit downhill thereafter. But now we're heading to the championship, as we begin with, I think it's a 3-lap race around Tsugo, and then we go to the rain of Imatra, and then we head to Brands Hatch for another 3-lapper as we're on board our Suzuki RG 500 1987 once again. As actually, have we been to Tsugo? Yeah, I'm not sure we have. I've played this quite a lot online though, so I know the circuit. Just not good with these bikes though. As before we head to the race, I know it doesn't look like 90% is a good difficulty for us, but I think it needs to be a bit harder. This is probably going to end up worse, isn't it, as we go to 100%. So are we in Tsugo revving up then for the first of this 3-race championship. It's pretty exciting. We get underway. Oh, go on the right, did not get a good start. We've gone to our normal road course setup now. We go for a normal road course bashing as well. Up into third. Oh, we've got a run for second. Down the inside. Smoothly does it. Then a bit wide in the next chicane. We've got a run on the exit. It's going for the lead. No way. Let's go through. The long right hander onto the back straight. Not the best run. Well, superb opening up so far. As you can see, we're back in third person again after that first person nightmare around Macau. And we're on the drag strip as well. So we just cut them off into the left. Into the next left as well. That's a good set to 6/10 up. Just got to be so patient. It's a long right hand to the end of that pin to go. Very easy to get on the power too early and just run wide. And if you get the power too late, you lose it all the way down this front stretch as we're 1.2 seconds up. Got no braking for the first corner though. So there goes around half of that gap. Take a very tight line into the left. Don't want to be doing that. Again, trail braked way too much. We're uphill, don't need to brake so much as we lost half a second at first sector. I'm surprised there's only that much. Felt like we lost like a second. Well, that bad in that first sector. Well, now we have on this lap, because that was a horrible one to the back straight. Gonna power slightly early, and here we go, down to second again. We do get the slipstream. You dive back by into the next corner. There's all someone wants to try and take us around the outside. I've got the inside line, hold on just about. That's a quarter of a second up. Now heading through this long right hander again. Do love this course where it's just a long right hand instead of having that chicane in the middle. And so we've got the power nice and early again as we head onto the final lap. We break the 1 minute 30 barrier, which is pretty good. Well, we kind of got it stopped for the first corner. Not good for the second, way too much curb. And braking uphill, trying to brake less, but no, the bike just drifts wide. Somehow that's even better than our previous lap. Just felt as bad. Seen it down the inside, onto the back straight. No! Need to stay in this slipstream, otherwise we've lost this win. We're not really gaining a straight line. What the hell? That's a bit of a dive. That's a block pass and a half. That's a 2 block pass. That's Jenga strats there. As we go into the final corner, just let the bike roll into that corner. You're barely braking. You're just waiting on the throttle when to accelerate, which is now just after the exit of the second part of that chicane. Seems to be a good spot so far in this race as we cross the line and win our first race in the championship. But again, this happened in the first race of this module as well, this volume, where we won. As look at that fast as that. So it seems like we found the perfect level, 100%. So in the championship, we start with 25 points. And you get 20 for second, 16 for third, 13, 11, then all the way down from 10 to 4 for last. So I think that's actually the MotoGP score, isn't it? As here's a new venue, we're heading back to the roads. But yeah, we actually do need a dinghy. I'd rather be to the left rather than the right, I think, in this race. So we are looking for our rain-soaked visor. So we rev it up for another 3 laps of fun. This time in this powerboat race. Hope we can come out on top. Especially around the circuit we've never ridden round. As I love the additional stuttering they've brought for this event. Really adds to the realism, doesn't it? So you hold the inside of the line for the chicane. This bike really does love reading on the power. Trying it down the inside for 4th. Get out of here, 5th. What are you doing? Really trying to squeeze us. Here we go. Now we can really give it some welly down this long road. Let's try and make it past 3rd. We've got the slipstream. We should make it free ride into the chicane. We take about the lead, do we? We're elbow to elbow. Rafael Suzuki looking down the inside into another of these fiddly chicanes as we got a deserved penalty. We do get the lead as well. As we stop to a standstill through that corner. I guess that's not how you're meant to take it. So we have another tight corner. I can barely see. As he just about hold on to the lead. As this is very tight, this section. Can take it? No, can't quite take the lead on the exit maybe. Really into him. No wonder he wants to get away. Come on, we're in the slipstream, we're in a straight line. How is he getting away? Come on, bike. I'm leaning forward as well. We're tucking. As for a second, 0.4 of a second behind the guy in front. I believe is our main title rival as well. So that's a bit too much of a wheelie. Come on. It's showing off and then there's just that. As we go through the chicane, we do gain on first though. This rider in front. That's why are you braking in that corner? That's flat out. As we go on the back straight again. Here we go. Get back into the train. Look at second. Oh, backing off. Why is he making the move for the lead? Got such a good run off the corner. As once again we just take the lead in that first chicane. What the hell? Why is everyone so slow in there? We now a good way into the second. That was again a bit of a cheeky line. Just about got away with it though. Not quite down to a standstill, but still that's not that great. I also tried to use some of the rear brake. Get the bike stopped. Didn't really seem to work. We've still got this 2/10 penalty as well. Got to think about for the end of the race. Where are you going, bike? God, it really does hate that getting down to first. If just could have gears second to sixth, it would be a great bike, but the braking and getting down to first, it's just a bit clunky. 80s clunky, I guess. So 2/10 head us on by heading on to the final lap. A bit wide. No, no, no. Stop me in again. We've lost the lead. No. In fact, we're 7/10 behind. How the hell did that happen? So once again, we're in everywhere. How about that for getting on the power early? Great acceleration down this back straight. Trying to make this a 2-horse race for victory. But you know, all those riders behind getting our slipstream. Here they come. It's once again by just about. Now can we build a bit of a lead with these fast chicanes? Well, fast chicanes, slow chicanes. They seem to be particularly quick round though. There's the urge you've ever got on the power through that right-hander. And we are second up. No, we've lost it. Absolutely abysmal right-hander to follow up. We go through the final section. Just need to nail that left-hander. We didn't. We got on the power decently. Now the 2/10 penalty. Does that come into play? As we run towards the line, looks like we're going to win on our debut round here. And in the wet as well. I thought it would be horrendous in the wet. As we beat 2-minute barrier as well. And we do win by 8/10. Headers on, boy. I know we didn't get the fastest lap though. It goes to Fury on his Yamaha in third. And so we lead by a country mile. There's no way we can mess up the final race. I mean, surely we can't mess up the final race. There's a bit of a lowdown on the setup. So that suspension. Gearing was a bit longer, of course, for that road course. Now a bit short around Brands Hatch, and in controls we actually had this on normal in the wet conditions, so we find that's a bit better with the braking, especially under heavy braking. We're not losing the front as much, especially on this bike, which seems to be easy to do, and also just helps get on the power a bit smoother as well out of the corners. But for the normal courses, for the circuits, we have it on aggressive and fast. But for the road course, we were finding putting it on normal seems to be a bit better. And we've got nothing for the steering. As we're back in the sunshine, the glorious sunshine of Britain as well. Don't often say that. It's got another 3-lapper where all we have to do is finish, I believe. We win the championship. Let's head towards Paddock Hill Bend. Once again, we've got a ridiculous start. So we take the lead after the first corner. And we get it down, all the way down to first. That was unexpected. The bike actually responded getting down to first. And now into Graham Hill Bend. Use all the green stuff. As we go through Surtees. And the grass. Onto the patch straight. That's a beautiful time to do it. Before a long straight. We go down here, head towards Hawthorns. Just about hold on to the lead. I know we kind of meandered through that corner. That wasn't good. Fight back into the next corner, not quite. And through the next right, I could feel that front brake about to go. We can't afford to do that the next lap. There's a go for us. I think that's Brabham. Or is this Brabham? We're heading into Clark. I always get those corner names confused. Wow, the final corner got massive slipstream. We go down the start-finish straight. Probably right where we want to be heading into paddock. Because you know, advantage breaking into this corner. Or through this corner. But they don't accelerate, and now we can just go around the outside like they aren't even there. I think it helps that Druids is a bit uphill and then we go downhill on the exit. So it just seems to help the bike really suck into that corner in first. There you go, trail braked a bit more into Surtees, that seemed to help. As we go down the back straight, I forget his name, unfortunately. I just know most of the corner names around here are named after champions, so that's why we've got Hawthorne. Got Clark, Surtees, Brabham, Graham Hill, the famous champion Paddock Hill as well. I think he's from the 30s. And then Druids as well, you know, they're from like the first millennia. Actually, they were before Man, I think, Druids. They were the original champions. Let's go out the final corner. Bloody hell, this bike does not like that. We saw that in Tenerife as well, where it cost ourselves that race win. Does not like those long radius corners in the middle gears. High speed isn't too bad, it seems like. Low speed is okay. Just when you're asking the tyre to do quite a lot. In the middle gears, where the torque isn't helping. You're not just going at speed. This bike has issues. So 2 seconds in the lead. So of course that means a celebration grass cut. Or grass extend, I guess. Track extend. Still set for fastest lappers. Once again, I can brake so much late into that corner. Never been comfortable into that corner in this race. Oh, that's better through there. I think that's Dingledale. Can't remember if that's still called Dingledale or not. Go a bit wide through. I think that might be Moss. I know, not technically a champion in F1, but he's a champion in almost anything else he raced. Or a normal racer, Sterling Moss. So almost all of the races around here. Graham Hill, John Surtees especially. Because he won on these 2 wheels and 4 wheels. And we have dominated this championship. If we get it all together for the championship, we turn up the difficulty as well, and somehow we can win by 4.3 seconds. Again, maybe on kind of British circuits, difficulty's not as good, but I have seen there's actually a difficulty where you can just set it to auto. Might do that from now on. As it is confirmed. Championship victory, 75 points to 53. And we didn't even have a strong bike really compared to most of the field. Just a couple of riders on the Yamahas a bit weaker. Everyone else stronger, or at least equal. But look at all that glorious credits and gains up to rank 67. Almost nice. And look at all the stars we get. 9 stars. That more than makes up for the rest of our failures in this category. As it is confirmed. That's pretty nice. As we have a triumphant ending to our visit to the 80s. As next time we've got some legendary 250cc's. Their heart beats at a 2-stroke. Next time. But I hope you enjoyed some decent riding for once on these bikes. I did not do these bikes justice in the first episode. But in the second episode, I think we definitely have got grips to the bike. So you understand that the braking is horrendous. That they don't like changing from first to second or second to first. And going down to first gear, especially under braking, trying to use it as an engine brake. Never try and do that on these bikes. But everything else, you know, they love the re-in. They're fantastic in high speeds as well, and they can be quite a blast, especially when you go around some fast circuits, some fast corners. It was definitely a blast around Brands Hatch and Sugo. Not so much round the street course, but we're finding out with all the street circuits so far, we're not as good round them. We're not at home with the bikes. Definitely at home with them round the circuits though. So we'll see how we do on the 250cc's next time. So for watching, we'll find out then.